I'm back at the airport and ready to fly. I'm in Melbourne and I'm about to jump on board a Qantas A380 through to Singapore. It's the first time in a while on one of the Qantas Big Birds, so looking forward to that. It's also my first ever flight Qantas Premium Economy. So good to see what that's like and how it compares to my more recent flights in Premium Economy with Singapore Airlines and with Air New Zealand. Those reviews are on my channel, so you can check them out too. I'll put the links below. But in the meantime, let's jump on board Qantas and see what they're like. Join me, let's go.
Once through security and customs, my first stop was to check out today's ride. A 9-year-old A380 named after Reginald Ansett, one of the pioneers of Australian aviation who founded the now sadly defunct Ansett Airlines. It may appear strange that Qantas would name one of their aircraft after a perceived competitor. However, back when Reg ran Ansett, Qantas was a purely international carrier and the domestic airline Ansett was a close partner. It was only when Qantas merged with Australian Airlines and thereby started flying domestically that Ansett became a competitor. Reg had passed away many years before this happened, and it's really nice to see his name still flying. Premium economy passengers do not get lounge access, however high-tier Qantas and One World frequent flyers do, so I headed up to the Qantas First Class Lounge. I really love this lounge and have shown it in my videos before. It features a full a la carte restaurant as well as plenty of seating. This includes a little library where you can find the most eclectic mix of coffee table books. How's this lot for variety? This lounge also has fantastic views out over the airport, and I caught the arrival of the Shanghai Airlines 787, which operates the China Eastern service to Shanghai. I reviewed business class on this a couple of months ago, and I was impressed. I'll put the link in the description below. I also got to see QF93 push back to start its journey to LA. This flight was departing from Gate 11, which is located one floor down from the main departure level. Business and first class passengers head straight down here from the lounges. However, I just joined the normal boarding process, which happens once all the premium and special assistance passengers are on board.
First time in Qantas Premium Economy? Cheers, here's to a great flight.
Premium Economy is located on the upper deck of the A380, and from up here, a 787 looks about as small as a 737 does from a 777. The 737s looked even smaller. Now is also a good time to give you a friendly reminder to subscribe to my channel. It helps feed my ego and will keep you mildly amused for hours. And if you hit that notification bell, you can join the race to be the first one to comment on a new video. The Premium Economy cabin is located towards the back of the upper deck of the A380, just behind business class. It's not a massive cabin, just 5 rows configured in a 232 layout, giving a total of 35 seats. This compares to an economy class configuration of 242 on the upper deck and 343 on the lower deck. The small economy cabin at the very back of the upper deck has just 5 rows and is a quiet oasis away from the more crowded main deck. One thing to note is that Qantas will be upgrading their A380s and this smaller economy cabin on the upper deck will disappear. Before they do, this is definitely where you want to sit, especially row 35 for its extra legroom. The A380s feature the old Qantas product in both premium economy and business class. In both cabins, it's a significant step down from the newer product Qantas offers on their 787 aircraft. Eventually the newer seats will also be fitted on these A380s, but as with all things aviation, this will take quite some time. In business class on the A380, Qantas still offers the 222 shell seats. This seat was great 10 years ago, but today it just doesn't stack up against most other airlines' business class seats. The Qantas 787 and A330 business class seats are excellent though. Set aside some time after this video to watch those reviews. Again, I'll put the links below. Now, let's have a closer look at the Premium Economy seats on this flight. They are larger and wider than the economy seats and offer greater recline and more legroom. These seats are in fact very similar to the business class seats that Qantas uses on their 737 domestic flights. I was sitting in row 24, which is an emergency exit row. My legroom was therefore unlimited. The seat itself was a bit hard and was obviously very well used. There is a reasonable amount of recline and a footrest that supports your calves. The headrest is fully adjustable, which pretty much allows you to wedge your head in place while sleeping. The tray table came out from the armrest, so it was not massive. I worked on various videos during this flight, and as you can see the table wobbles a fair bit while you type. The only way to stop this was to wedge the table between your crossed legs and the weight of your wrists on the keyboard. Once in the air, service started with a drink from the bar. A gin and tonic promptly arrived, served with a packet of pretzels and almonds. While enjoying the gin and tonic, I thought I'd have a look at the entertainment system. These older style Premium Economy seats have entertainment screens that come out of the armrest. I'm not a big fan of these as you can't use them during takeoff and landing. Also, as a side note, Qantas seems to prepare its aircraft for landing much earlier than most other airlines, so you miss out on at least 20 to 25 minutes of viewing time at the end of the flight. Anyway, the system itself worked well. There is a remote, but this is really only used when you want to play games, as the touchscreen works just as well. The viewing choices were pretty good. Lunch was served about an hour out of Melbourne. Menus are provided in all cabins, and here's what the Premium Economy menu looked like. As a comparison, here is the economy menu. Looking at the menus, it doesn't look like there's a big difference, with both offering 3 choices for lunch. The main difference is in the presentation, with Premium Economy meals being served on proper crockery and with proper business class cutlery and napkins. That said, the cutlery felt like it had come straight out of the freezer. Premium Economy passengers also get a green leaf salad, and the wine comes from the business class cabin, served from full bottles. In economy, the wine served is more generic miniatures. For the main course, I went with the salmon and rice salad. It was very tasty and actually quite filling. Accompanying lunch, I went with the Aussie Shiraz. The servings are very generous in Qantas Premium Economy. After lunch, I wedged my head into place and had a little nap. Eventually I woke up and took a closer look at economy class. I must say I was impressed. The seats are definitely designed for long haul travel, with good width across the seat and shoulders and individual seatback entertainment screens. In each galley, Qantas provides a variety of snacks and drinks, including fresh fruit, muesli bars and Tim Tams. Ice creams were also in plentiful supply. Overall, it's clear that Qantas understands long-haul economy travel and puts a lot of thought into their product offering. Back in Premium Economy, I did appreciate the extra space. It's definitely more comfortable and easier to get work done. And there's no fight for the armrest. Now, let's have a quick look at the amenities. Premium Economy passengers are provided with a bigger, fluffier pillow and a thicker blanket. They also get an amenities kit, which looks like this, and contains this. I spent the next few hours alternating between working on my videos, napping, and looking out the window as we flew north across Australia and out over Indonesia. And at some stage, we were given ice creams. Just over an hour before our arrival in Singapore, another full meal was served. The people in economy only get a snack at this time. We had a choice of 3 main courses. I went with a fish, barramundi cooked to perfection. Not long after this, we started our descent into Singapore's Changi Airport. Overall, this was a very enjoyable flight. Good seats, good food, and a great crew.
I'm walking, but all these thoughts are running. Yelling, catch me if you can, and I'm wondering if I should chase behind or stop wondering and try to take a stand. Oh, and they keep asking whether
That was a really good flight. Thank you very much.
You are very welcome. We'll see you next time.
Oh, definitely. Thank you. Bye-bye. See ya. So that was a really nice flight, but the big question is, was it worth it? The extra cost to upgrade from economy class to premium economy? Undoubtedly, premium economy is a much better product. Better seats, better catering, better everything. And that is nice, and it makes you feel a little bit special. However, the premium economy can be 2, 3, sometimes 4 times as expensive as the fares, especially when you have super specials available in economy class. Is that special feeling, and is travelling in that little bit more comfort worth it? And that's a question you'll have to answer yourself, because it's different for everyone. Look, I personally think it probably is 2 times, 3 times. Wouldn't pay more than that, and I'd certainly use points to upgrade as well if I could. Look, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and yeah, do also check out my channel where there's a whole load of other reviews on every class imaginable. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy travels.